Borderline personality disorder or narcissistic victim syndrome. So much confusion about it, and I want to help bring some clarity to this topic. I'm Dr. David Hawkins, director of the Marriage Recovery Center and the Emotional Abuse Institute. There are so many women that are being labeled as borderline, being told that they are borderline personality disorder. And when you really unpack things, when I unpack things, what I discover more often than not is actually NVS, Narcissistic Victim Syndrome. Here's what's occurring. The perpetrator of emotional abuse creates this chaotic situation where they are blame-shifting responsibility, they're minimizing their actions, they have what I've called responsibility deficit disorder. There really is no such thing, but you understand what I mean by that. They're displacing responsibility. And how are they doing that? They're doing it by weaponizing the diagnosis of borderline personality disorder. Aha! Look, she has intense mood swings. She gets angry. She's unstable. She's got to have BPD, right? Wrong. Wrong. Absolutely wrong in most cases. I actually understand why there could be some confusion, because borderline personality disorder is marked by an intense fear of abandonment, unstable relationships, wide mood swings, angry reactions. NVS, Narcissistic Victim Syndrome. Do they have an intense fear of abandonment? They could have a fear of abandonment. Do they have intense and unstable relationships? Absolutely. Absolutely. She is being harmed day in and day out by chronic attempts to manipulate, the abuse of power and control, in a sense, in an effort to diminish her self-esteem and to maintain control. So are the relationships likely to be marked by instability? For sure. Many of the markers of borderline can fit someone who is narcissistically abused or having narcissistic victim syndrome. Let me cover now some of the symptoms of NVS, Narcissistic Victim Syndrome. They often question their sanity. They often have an ongoing mistrust of others. They feel abandoned. They have a sense of low self-esteem, feeling worthless. They obsess on their faults. They obsess about how they can make the narcissist happy, devaluing their own contributions. So all of those, when you think about it, that could look in ways like borderline personality disorder. Remember, borderline personality is marked by an intense fear of abandonment, a pattern of unstable relationships, rapid mood swings, ongoing feelings of emptiness, and inappropriate angry reactions. And I want to make that's the number one marker. That's what I want to really highlight, is that her anger, when we uncover a pattern of abuse in the relationship, her anger is not inappropriate at all, but in fact, it's very understandable. The world of an emotionally abused individual is a world of instability. It's a world of unhappiness. It's a world of where not much can be counted upon, and everything is exhausting and everything is a struggle. So can it look like BPD? It sure can. Ongoing feelings of emptiness, both BPD and NVS. BPD is also marked by suicidal behavior and possible self-injury. I don't see that very frequently with narcissistic victim syndrome. I'm going to call it NVS in short for now. But borderline is also marked by risky and impulsive behavior. I don't see that with NVS. Some other markers of NVS, she typically has negative thoughts about her future. She has a distorted sense of blame. She has difficulty concentrating and sleeping. She has PTSD, hypervigilance. So these intrusive thoughts or fear of harm occurring, that would be another marker that would differentiate NVS from BPD. BPD is not typically marked by hypervigilance. All right, so again, let me summarize. I think way too often, a perpetrator is going to attribute BPD symptoms to their victim, which obviously is self-serving. She's got BPD, which of course is self-protective, guarding against him looking in the mirror saying, wait a minute, I am narcissistically abusive. I am harming her. All of her reactions are normal and understandable. So pointing at BPD, blaming her for BPD is self-serving, self-protective, guarding against him having to own up to his perpetrating abuse. All right. And what I want to suggest to you is that more often than not, when we really explore the situation, we find not BPD, narcissistic victim syndrome. All right. Complicated topic. I hope this has been helpful to you to understand the difference between borderline personality disorder and narcissistic victim syndrome. Please share this video with others. Tell me what you think. Give me your reactions. Let's have some ongoing conversation about these very complicated topics. And as always, if we can be of further help to you, we've got a client care team ready to take your call. All right. Take care. And as always, God bless.